So right now, working on making a map. First of all, I'm just going to make land everywhere. I'll add water, and I'll do water and stuff a little bit. Let's maximize the size. We want to start off with land here. We're going to add a lot of water later, but this is going to be essentially inside a main continent. So let's start with the main town, which is going to be a fortress. Whoa, that's too big. I'm going to put it here, because most of the story is going to take place in this top section. And it starts off in this place. This is going to be the clan head, I guess. Okay. Then we're going to do... We've got like roads going out to the left, the right, that, and north. It's going to be kind of overgrown in this area. It's going to be a major forest. Super dense trees. Alright, so we've got our dense forest here. Gonna have like a light sprinkle of trees along this road. And this area is going to be farmland down here. Do I have farmland? Yeah, let's do farmland on this side. Alright. So the trees become kind of sparser and start kind of coming over the road about this point. This is also where we're going to start adding some water, because this is going to be swampland. We're now at the first set of kind of gets into rolling hills at this point. Oh, that's a little big. Okay. And we're going to have an abandoned town here. Okay. And add some water here, because this is, again, this is swampland. It's like a swampy marsh. Leads up into part of this mountain. And this is like, so I'm working on the story right now, and this this right here is actually where the characters are. Like they've made it through the swamp area, which is filled with like super alligators essentially. The swamp is leading probably out to like a small river that probably goes down from here. We'll probably have a big river that actually cuts down through here. There's like going to be a bridge that has to cross this area. Just kind of off the map. Probably comes in from this outside part and hits the mountains and then ends up like diverting going down. Let's add some more trees to the. Let's add some swampy trees to the tall kind of legs throughout here, throughout this watered area. There we go. That's kind of cut back, but there we go. This area is going to be a bit of mining stuff. And some kind of dead trees in this area as well, like along the mountain, because the water's not really getting to this area. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's cut those back. Maybe I'll add a ruin here. Among the dead trees, like there's just a bunch of death in this area. I have mines somewhere. Yeah, this way. So we're gonna have some mines in this one. Oh wait, why is it that way? Oh, because the mountain it was on. I don't want it to go that way though. Why is it auto? There we go. Just some mines here and there along this tree line, this mountain trail. Because there's also another major city. I'm going to use colors for city. There's actually a major city about right here at the end of the mountain range. And a lot of farmland between there. Kind of sparse it out a little bit. We'll have a small town as well. On this side of the farmland. Have one down here. Right here, about halfway point, and then one here. There's going to be a forward fortress up here. It's going to be a pretty large fortress. This is going to be on top of another mountain range that's blocking off a different territory. I do want some regular trees around the dead trees. And how about a tower instead of just a ruin. It's like a tower in the middle of the dead forest that no one can get to because the forest like just kills things. I do kind of want this to be a little more overgrown here because they don't use this path so much. Like the trees are encroaching on the road after a little bit of time. There's light sparse trees here. Not so thick. But they clean these back on this one, but they don't clean them off on this side so much. What kind of terrain do I want to go here, though? I haven't quite decided what they're going to have to go through to get to there. Gonna have some bigger mountain. This mountain range is gonna actually be a massive kind of mountain range. Maybe I'll make this like mostly grassland or like open area. Not quite sure. Or rocky area, that probably is better. Okay. There'll definitely be more towns between this point, and probably mines as well. Let's use blue for an enemy fortress. Don't I have blue? No? Got red. Colorless. Wait, did they change the setting? No. They did not. Oh, they did. Okay, so we're gonna have an enemy fortress actually located here. There's like a big war zone area, essentially. And behind the enemy fortress is going to be the enemy capital. So they're constantly getting supplied. This is kind of the forward base. And then we've got to put the secret library somewhere. Because the secret library is kind of the destination goal of the characters. It's supposed to be located in this mountain range. How about... This kind of fort looks... Oh god, that's huge. Let's use colorless. Okay. So it's going to be located somewhere here in the mountains. It's supposed to be hard to find. I'm going to put it here. Or it just doesn't show up at all. I guess it's really hard to find, huh? Can I make it more the foreground? Layer management on. What is the key to make it a higher layer? Ah, there it is. +1. Ah, it's too big. Put it really small here. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. No, I don't like the location though. Okay. So it's kind of just up in the mountain. Too visible. There we go, that's fine. Go back to default layer. Okay. So now I need to come up with some more land. There's also going to be some other major clans, so this is a martial arts story, by the way. This one is actually going to be another clan, like right here on the river. We'll have another clan here. I don't want a clan there. One clan here. I wanted to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different factions that are part of this empire. So 5 martial clans. Okay, that's the 5 martial clans. We'll have some small towns just scattered about. There's going to be a town here. We'll have a mining town here. This is the town they're going to go to right before they set off to go up here. One town over here by the lake. This area is going to be mostly abandoned, but we'll have a town here at the start of these foothills. A little bit bigger town, actually. Start of these foothills that people will go to. But the main characters are going to avoid that town. They're going to go around it because that town's probably going to be crawling with the family searching for them. Okay, let's have a town, a small, actually a pretty large town here. It's kind of a cross point. It's like located like right at the end of the foothills. And this clan is like going to be one of the, I guess, like the leading clans, like the most powerful clan. So I should actually make that larger then. Oh my god, no. Oh god, no. I just want to make it a little bit larger. Not that large though. Okay, that's good. Okay. So now I need I need some water. I do need some water, so let's add some. Need to add a lake at some point. Lake coming from here might be good. Oh no, what the hell? Why did it go down there? Don't wanna. I don't know why it's not on my cruiser. That's kind of weird. Don't make a lake. Oh god. Actually, use that. This will be kind of like a big watered area. Like so, like there's actually like between the river and the lake. Oh god. That's what's kind of spilling over in and making this swampy area. Okay. Should probably do some type of water structure. Maybe there's water. Let's do actually a pretty large, like a massive river that's cutting through the land here. I'm going to have it divide the land for now. Just massive. Alright, so we've got that. We're going to have them build a wall. Like this is going to be a wall here. Like this clan is guarding like kind of this outer pass, and this clan is guarding kind of the inner pass, or like, yeah. I think this is going to be just a standard fortress, maybe. Or it could be one of the other clans. I don't think so. Actually, I could have it as 6 clans. Let's do walls. Have a bridge there. You can see the bridge kind of coming out across that smaller river. We'll probably have some. I'll probably make some small towns along the main river. If I just say wall, there we go. looks awful. I can't drag it. Make it like it's this massive kind of wall. Cutting across the land, essentially, and they use that to stop the Empire from invading. Okay. We'll have an Imperial City, Imperial Castle here on the river. And they do have boats. Alright. Let's see. What do we want in this area? There's got to be some type of landmark to go through it. Could just be harsh open plains and stuff like that. I could do that. So they're going to come up from here to go around, and they're going to avoid this town. They'll stop in this town before heading into the mountains. And in the mountains, that's where they're going to get caught. Or at least some of them are going to get caught. What is this going to be? Marshall. Yeah, I think that's fine. A lot of boats there. This place has some small boats. Also, there are water serpents in the river, so it's dangerous to cross. Maybe this will be like really good farming land, and so I won't like cut anything through it. I don't want to make it too busy up here. Kind of keep it a little bit more open. I think for now this is the map I'm going to use. I'm going to export it as JPEG so I can have it on my phone to reference. Okay. Alrighty. And this is the thing I've been looking at as my my setup for the new writing thing. How is it not? Like the new pre-writing process. But it's like essentially this is how I've been how I've started the new story, which I found much easier to write when I started it like this, and it seems more cohesive as well. It's like find a picture of an actor or character as a starting point. Come up with the first name of your or first draft of your character's name, and an idea for how they solve problems. That last part came from my writing group. One of the members was talking about it, and I really liked the way, like, it's something I do, but usually it's like way later in the draft, and I don't think about it as much, but thinking about it has actually helped come up with a little bit better ideas. So then we're going to write a series of take and pays, which is essentially the midpoint of your story, and just try to write 10 completely different ones using the character name. And it's in the format character finally gets something and discovers slash receives slash learns something else, but loses something important personally and a large threat looms. So in Star Wars, Luke Skywalker rescues Princess Leia and gets the Death Star plans, learning how dangerous the Death Star is, but Obi-Wan is killed and the Empire learns where the secret rebel base is. Right? So it's got that's that big middle point. Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyan Saga, Goku is finally revived and completes his training, but the Saiyans have already arrived and his friends are getting killed, including Piccolo, meaning no more Dragon Balls, no more revives. So these are kind of it's like the midpoint, like right before things start to get crazy in the story. Like your character gets what they really wanted from the beginning, and other stuff like that. So these are like this is super important because if you just do this, you already know kind of where your story is going, where your story is going up to the middle point, what your character needs to want, what you need to make important for the character, and it also allows like Obi-Wan is killed, right? So you know you've got to make Obi-Wan important to Luke throughout the story, right? Um, the Empire learns where the secret rebel base is. Okay, now we've got our big final conflict. It's going to be stopping the Empire from destroying the secret rebel base. He rescues Princess Leia. Okay, that's his big thing. He finally rescues Princess Leia. He's been wanting to do that since since Act 2 or since Step 2 essentially. In the first act when he discovers the droids. So now we know we need to make him want to have this goal. And then gets the Death Star plans. That's kind of like a bonus that he gets from rescuing her. Technically, he always had them, but this is a bonus he gets for rescuing her. Plus, it gives him kind of the key to win in the very end. Right? So Goku completing his training, that gives him the key to win in the end. Because he gives Krillin the spirit bomb or whatever and uses that to finish off Vegeta. But no one can come back to life because Piccolo has been killed. Right? And more people are going to continue to die because of that. So he has to stop the Saiyans because no more people can come back to life. So you just make 10 completely random one of these. Like you might not even end up using any of these 10, but just make them completely different so that you can just have random. Like it just allows you to generate random ideas. So then, what you want to do is brainstorm a little bit about your setting. Like for me, I enjoy making magic systems. So this is a big thing for making a magic system. You just go through and build out your magic. Like I build out my magic system, come up with the logistics of it, come up with the cost, the limitations, a lot of just the small setting things for the magic system, and then just how that affects the world. And I also like to make maps, as we showed earlier, and that gives me a little more detail of the world itself. Some people like to just build characters. Maybe you want to like go into detail of making your character or something else like that. Maybe you're writing nonfiction, so you need to go do a little bit of research, or not nonfiction, but like fiction, like some type of like modern fiction or something like that. So you got to do a little bit of research. Just do whatever you like to do in the pre-writing process, just kind of to get more ideas and flesh out your settings. And then whatever you made, like whatever you did during that process, write out a scene with it. Even if it's just like describing like the park you just walked in for a setting. Or like for me, like using a magic system in a fight and just having that, kind of fight thing. And then just trying to focus on the rule of cool, like just whatever's really awesome when you're describing it or making it or doing that scene. And then now you've got that scene finished, just start like kind of take what you've done from that scene and go back to the thing you just made and edit it, change it. What from the things you made didn't quite fit into the scene, but you wanted to keep it, and just kind of work with that. Then, using the new setting and everything else that you've just revise the character itself. Also revise like how the character is going to do stuff. And finally, once you've got your new character, you can either review all your previous take and pays and either choose one of them and revise it based on what you've all come up with, or make a completely new one. And then based on that take and pay, as I said, you've got to figure out some things you need to do. So we got to make Obi-Wan important to the character. Okay, he's the master, he's really close to Luke, he protects him at certain points. Okay, we need to make him want to rescue Princess Leia. Okay, so we're gonna show Princess Leia, or we're gonna do that stuff. Okay, the Empire learns where the Rebel secret base is, and the Death Star plans are here. So that means we need to show how dangerous the Death Star is, how dangerous the Empire is, what they could do if they learn where the Rebel base is, right? And so now we know some things we need to add to the story itself, and we can just those are basically points on a graph, and we write towards those points. So it's like we start out the story however you want to start. Like take where you're going to start the story and take 4 steps back from that. You're probably going to end up cutting that initial 4 steps, like the first thing you write. It'll probably be cut from the story, but it lets you get into the character's head when you're writing it. And then write towards the first point. Write towards Luke wanting to rescue Princess Leia. Write towards Goku needing to get revived, or wanting to get revived, right? Essentially getting him killed in the opening scene. But you need to write towards those points, that first point. And once you've done that, then you need to make Obi-Wan more of a, more closer to the character on screen. You need to make all the character, if you have a character that's going to die or you have a character that's going to be kidnapped, you need to make that person more important for the character as you're writing up to the story or up to the midpoint scene. And then you can just kind of go between it. You get to the midpoint and then you're going to write out that scene. And if you have any of the scenes that you wrote out here in part 5, you can actually put them in as additional points on the graph so you can move towards them as well and just use them in your writing. And then edit them a bit based on how you write everything else. That's essentially how I go through my story process right here. One second. I'm going to go to, I guess, Grim Dawn a little bit. Now that I've gotten the map done, give me 1 second. Sure enough. Alright, so this is an endgame variant of the shield breaker I was playing the other day. I don't have time to start a new thing because next week is going to be really busy, or this week is already Monday, and I'll be going to, what's it called soon? Vietnam for my family vacation. But this is a spam cocktail build, like spam version of the cocktail build, and it's essentially just get on top of something and just spam cocktail. And at the beginning it doesn't do as much damage, but it ramps up really fast because each stack of cocktail is dealing full damage. As you can see, the dummy dies really fast. It's relatively tanky as a build because of Diamond and Max Blast Shield, Resilience, and Max Ascension. We also have clusters that we can use. You just gotta be very careful when you do stuff with it. Like for instance, if you see Lokar, like the way that the build works is you open with Ascension, you hit a cluster when Ascension's about to go off, you hit Ascension again when the cluster goes off, and then you just kite between Ascensions. And just use Blast Shield as an ass save if you get hit really hard. If something's hitting you hard enough to make Blast Shield go off though, you need to keep running away. You just go into full kite mode until you get crystals up again. But if you look at Lokar, we don't have any potions up right now, but it's fine. It still does a lot of burn damage. It's not just... So now we're going to let our cooldowns come back. We want resilience up before we go fight him. We've got everything summoned. We've got our Guardian summoned. Alright, now let's run into Lokar. Pop this. Probably have to kite a little bit. Alright, let's go kite until we get Ascension back up. And Lokar's dead. It's a really fast build. As I said, it's pretty tanky as long as you get Ascension up. Hold on one second. I'm gonna mark the file. Okay. I'll roll back the file if I die here. We'll go fight Ravager. Why not? Or before we do that, let's go to Shattered Realm, just to show Shattered Realm a little bit. I don't know if I have any of the stones on Shattered Realm. I thought I did. I thought I had all the things, but... Well, my old computer died, so I lost so many things that were not in my... Celestial, I do have Celestials, okay. So let's make a Celestial Waystone.
The Shattered Realms.
Rigu, I have a thing. Off the Waystone, let's go to 26. Yeah, so we're always going to have Nemesis in here, I believe. Yeah, there's always going to be a Nemesis in here. Multiple Nemesis, actually. We've got our thing up. Now you can see even Nemesis just melt. Should have another Nemesis. So we do need to be careful. We don't have much armor. So we are, because it is technically, even though it's a spam cocktail build, it's still designed as a kiting build. But it's a ramping build. It ramps up really hard because it's max cast speed as well. It's not a burn damage build so much. Like, it has burn damage, but its main focus is not burn damage. Giant's blood right now. Let's run away. Let Lucy die. Grab the fuel. I should get out there. That's mad quick. Oh shit. Gotta be careful with that one. And as you can see, we can still perfectly kite even though we're a spam build. And if something stands still, it's gonna die.
Well done.
Go to the next shard, because you're always supposed to do 2 shards. Which one is that? Is that Alexander? So you just gotta watch for his big move. He's fine. I went completely the wrong way. nemesis is that? Iron Maiden, ouch. Got glass shield up, we're fine. There's my diamonds up, we're fine. Running away from Iron Maiden is also never a good idea, by the way. As I said, the damage is kind of ridiculous on this build. Ouch. That giant's below, we should be fine. That's probably low armor, is we get chunked a lot. Oh no. Just don't go near him. That's how you get one shot.
Well,
Yeah, that's simple enough. Pretty easy run with this guy. So much was lost because remember whenever I move this file back, all the blueprints and everything that I've gained on the character are gone because the blueprints are saved on the main file and I'm only moving the character file over. So I'm probably going to get a lot of blueprints from this. That's nice though. 5 fizz res. I do have potions, I do have potions. Okay. Ooh, I also need to open my item assistant. Like, the other thing is, like, my item assistant had a cloud save. So I got so much of my stuff still, like, old items. But I don't have a lot of my Alrighty. I'm not good at fighting Ravager. I fucking hate fighting Ravager. I should be able to tank a little bit of his stuff in the first phase, and with cluster I should be okay. Flash shield is down. I'm gonna, oh god, got cluster up. I think cluster's going down, so I'm just gonna run away and kite for a little bit. He's almost in at phase 2.
Your soul is mine.
Flash shield's up. Oh god. Not having any armor sucks.
Your soul is mine.
Yeah, I think the cooldown version would be better than this version. For Ravager at least.
Your soul is mine.
I'm gonna get this up. Ouch.
Your soul is mine. Your soul is mine. Your soul is mine.
That's Ravager down. God, he's such a pain in the ass. Alrighty. Still got a lot of potion time left. How about Monk Drogan, the second hardest one now. Just make sure to clear out all these guys. It's like Caligata, you need to clear out the area before you fight them. At least Ravager's area is clean. a shotgun now too, so be careful with that. And that, he's pretty much going to have you in 100%, what's it called? Sunder. Because that thing, that little lightning storm thing sunders you, and he always gets you in it. I hate judgment. I can't land judgment for hell when I'm trying to kite. Now he's in phase 2, he's going to start summoning a lot of monsters. You just don't want to stay so close to him again because he has that shotgun ability. Now we're sundered again. Again, I think the dot version of this would be better for a super boss. That's Mark Drogon down.
Safe storage, no questions asked. It's safe with me, promise.
For Callie. I don't think I can beat Callie. I mean, I think I can beat her, but it's just, it's going to take forever because of just her physical damage. Need to full clear this area. Keep the whole sprint. That should be good enough. And run away. Or die. not even at the 50% mark yet either. At the 50% mark, and then she's going to be doing a lot more damage now. Essentially, that's supposed to be your attack window. Like when she does that, you're supposed to jump through her and just spam. But it's so dangerous to do that because of the tornadoes and all the crap she puts on the ground. Such an annoying boss. I could probably cluster her, like cluster to spam on her, but I don't know if I could survive even a cluster with a cluster. Oh, dead. Yep, that's how the cookie crumbles. Anyways, that's what the end game is like for this